What's on the line Saturday at Lambeau? Well, the first trip to the NFC Championship game for the Packers since the '97 season. The second in 3 years for Mike Holmgren and the Seahawks. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you on the NFL previews presented by Comcast. It's Green Bay, the 2 seed in the NFC, hosting Seattle, the 3 seed. And for more, we bring in NFL.com's Pat Kirwan from Fort Myers for all the information. And, you know, Pat, all the storylines this week about this game is about the fact that Mike Holmgren is going back to Green Bay, where he won a Super Bowl with Brett Favre, and the game in which Matt Hasselbeck in the coin toss in overtime got it, and they got it correctly. He said, we're going to get the ball, we're going to score. But on the field, neither of those storylines really will play a part whatsoever.
No, they will not, and I think we'll get some nice photo ops of Mike at the corner at Mike Holmgren Way, and we'll see them talking on the field, he and Brett Favre. But when this game gets going, this is the battle of the 2 pure West Coast offenses. They do understand each other. What are they all about? They want to be 60% pass, 40% run. They want to get the ball in the hands of their receivers on short crossing routes and have them run after the catch. That's what both teams want to do in this football game, Jason.
60% pass, 40% run. Let me ask you this then. Is it the team that runs the ball better that's going to come out with the win in this?
Well, I think they want to run the ball well enough to set up the play-action pass. And they don't minimize the value of the run. Look at Green Bay. Ever since this kid Ryan Grant took over in the backfield, I think they've gone 8-2 with him back there. He has over 1,000 yards of total offense and 8 touchdowns. So they'll take the running game if they can get it. I think it's going to be pretty tough to run the ball against Seattle's good linebackers in this one.
Let's talk about Brett Favre a little bit, because before the playoffs began, we talked about how the game against Detroit, he came out 3 series, he was 9 of 11, 99 yards, and then sat. He got that momentum back. Does the week off hurt him at all? Can you see Brett Favre with the season that he had losing in the first playoff game?
No, I think the one thing that happened this year with Mike McCarthy got it reestablished was home field advantage at Lambeau. 7-1 at home, scoring 28 points a game, and that defense of Green Bay just giving up 14. Nice home field advantage. Brett, to me, is under control, and I tribute to Mike McCarthy, who's done a nice job of harnessing Brett's energy. And Brett now knows with this defense, I don't have to take the risks I was taking over the last couple of years. He'll play within himself. He'll distribute the ball to 4 or 5 different receivers. He'll have a good day.
Now, the other part to that is if Green Bay has reestablished home field, Seattle away from Qwest Field is not nearly as good. What is it about this Seattle team that they struggle with so far when they're on the road?
Well, they've been a team that's always struggled there in the far northwest corner of the country. Now, this isn't the longest trip in the world. This is not like crossing the country to a Florida team or to an East Coast team. So the travel might be a little less for them. But they only put 21 points on the board from their offense on the road. So that will not be enough points in this game. Now, I talked to Brad Childress. I talked to Mike Tomlin today. Talked to a bunch of guys that really study these teams. Both guys told me they feel that both of these teams are capable of scoring well up into the high 20s, maybe dipping into the 30s. So I'm expecting a lot of points on the board during this game. And you better have a good mindset and be mentally tough if you're on defense, because sometimes these scoring opportunities can discourage the D. You got to get over it, get right back on the field, and try to slow down the next drive.
Very good defenses, very good pressure from the front 4, good linebackers, good corners. Very similar teams. You talked about the offenses. Who wins this game, Pat?
I like the Green Bay Packers at home in this game. I like Green Bay's defense. Now, the defense has shown some cracks. You watch the last few games on tape. They've given up 100 yards rushing in 5 of their last 7 games. They got to get that run back a little bit. You know, Maurice Morris and Sean Alexander, the 2-headed monster from Seattle, they will try to run the ball effectively. I think they'll minimize that. They'll shift this game to Hasselbeck's hands. We saw one little blurb on the screen from Hasselbeck last week where he got into those 2 bad mistakes, threw the interceptions. If he does that, this game will be over. But I like Green Bay. If it goes down to a field goal or a single score at the end, I like the Green Bay Packers. Brett's going to take his team to the NFC Championship.
Not expecting snow, but it will be cold. We'll see how it all plays out Saturday afternoon. Pat, thank you very much. Enjoyed the warmth of Florida, and we'll see you back up here in the warmth of New York this weekend.
Yes, you will.
All right, folks, the game kicks off at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday afternoon. And for more on the NFC divisional matchup from Saturday, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com and watch everything else on the CBS Audience Network. For NFL.com's Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.